Hi, welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. I am Mark. I am your storyteller for this evening. We are playing Kult Divinity Lost, not our usual game, which is on the alternate Saturdays. Alternating Saturdays, the atrocity expedition. The atrocity exhibition, which is going very well and is extremely fun. However, people have had their holiday Thanksgiving and decided to do things with family, so aren't all playing. So we have some European people here playing a game. We are doing a little bit of an experiment. We are playing a little bit with high-powered characters. I have no idea what we're doing. Don't have a scenario. We're just going to see how it goes. So, you two can introduce your characters, and then we'll get started. Whoever wants to go first, go first. Race. Come on, fight for it. Hiya, Rob. How you doing, mate?
You go first, because then I can be sure about the pronunciation of this surname.
Auner. Auner.
Sure. Hi, I'm Yeti, and I'll be playing Hemma Auner, who is Anja's older sister. We are from a filthy rich, posh family who also sort of maybe happens to be magicians. We live in Vienna now, and are physicists outwardly. Normal, like everybody else in Vienna.
Of course. Everyone's a physicist in Vienna. That's why I moved here. And how about you, Lavaita? For Auner.
Yeah, I'm playing Anja Auner, which I didn't think about saying out loud when I made that name, but it kind of works.
It's good.
It's not a name to say without your teeth in. And yeah, she's also a physicist from a fairly well family. The idea of us putting siblings has made this a little bit easier for the description. So, yeah, theoretical physics, poking at the side of the universe and seeing what pops out the other side.
Very nice. So, as Yeti said, or sorry, as Hemma said, we are starting in Vienna. It's winter, mid-December. Snow is falling in the Graben. It's a large kind of rectangle surrounded by very posh buildings, very posh people. In the middle there is the Pestsäule, which is a monument to the plague. As snow is falling, which one of you is walking home?
That would be me.
Where were you?
I'm just walking home from university, so I'm walking in a southeasterly direction. And I feel that wind whipping straight across the Eastern European plains, and it is chilling me to my bones, which is welcome because, that this kind of painful physical situation anchors me in the here and now quite nicely, a feeling that I often lack.
You're walking through some cramped alleys to get to the Graben. You see buildings that are very, very old, right up next to ones that are very new. You see people, some still wearing furs bundled up, others wearing modern clothes, held tight, children running, snowballs are being thrown at times. And occasionally you'll see a horse go by with a carriage, or a couple of horses actually, the carriage, with tourists in the back with steaming hot mugs of wine. But you see things a little bit differently too. You get a flash of those people in the carriage who look so happy a moment before, and you see something less. You see the pain in their faces, the chains that surround them, the weight of everything holding them down. The horses become something more sinister, pulling their victims behind them. And it's gone again. You hear the bells of the cathedral start to chime. You step foot on the Graben, people doing their Christmas shopping. What are you doing, Anja?
I have been doing research at our home, which I think it's a shared home, from what I remember. So she's been working on a computer for most of the day. Probably hasn't looked up much, and then looked up until it's gotten dark, or is getting dark.
Massive windows. You live in what they call an outbau. So an old building is probably built maybe around 1900, just before. The ceilings are a good 3 meters high, if not more. The windows are large, open up so double. So yeah, so the opens up like doors, like double. And you see the falling snow. The buildings round about. You look down onto the pest soil, and just like your sister, something changes just slightly. And you see it writhe, and you see the plague crawl around it, moving like a million rats, moving like sick bodies trying to pull themselves out of the quagmire they find themselves in. And then it's gone. The storm doors open, and Hemma arrives.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm sorry I didn't have a chance to start on our meal. I kind of lost track of the day. These things happen, right?
They do, don't they? No, never mind. I'm not even hungry. I'll just, I don't know, put on the kettle, maybe. It's a bit cold.
If I remember correctly, you both have a disadvantage to do with being untethered.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to roll that together or roll it separately?
I quite like the idea of doing it separately to see how that goes.
Sure,
Please do
let's.
so. And for anyone who's interested in Kult, we are using a homebrew, not homebrew by us, homebrew archetype, a time-space magician from Yeti will know, Vini, with contributions by Albany. So you can search for them, or Yeti can give us a link or something, and you can find that. But anyway, what did you just roll?
Okay, so this is +0 because it's a disadvantage.
Exactly.
I can do that.
I have success with complications, which is an 11 in my case.
Excellent. I take one hold for you then. Be good if I had things to make notes on.
I've got a 12, so that's middling success for me.
Yeah, so both. I'll take one hold just now. I won't mess about with time or space right now. So what's your plans for the evening?
This isn't all that interesting really, but I was just going to try and sleep. I'm exhausted from a day of reading.
And I was going to take time out from looking through results that I've been working on to reading someone else's experiment, reading about what other things people are doing in the field.
You both know someone at the university who you might see as a rival. What are they called?
Richard Grabner. I hate that man.
See, improv. This is how we do it.
I was unprepared for the improv, which is not
Even
I meant
though
to
I
be how that
said
works.
the whole time, this will be a very improv-heavy scenario. So
Yeah, but I didn't think to make a list of names.
you don't need to make a list. Pull one out your arse. It doesn't need to be German or Austrian. They have other people at university, people from all over the shop. Adam Jefferson. Who is Adam
Cheers.
Jefferson? What does he do at the university?
He is the head of a department that he thinks is important, but I think is completely meaningless and doesn't really have any impact whatsoever. He's doing a lot of work in something that is not going to go anywhere and taking a lot of the budget.
Anything to add to that, Hemma?
That man is just inconsequential. I can't even make myself take him serious. He's a nuisance. He's like a wasp circling your cake in the summer.
And you're going to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, I just make myself a cup of chamomile tea, take it to my room, retire. Yeah, sit the steaming mug on my bedside table and just look at the steam rising. The swirling patterns calm me right down.
The steam distorts things as well. The room's dark. Maybe a reading light. The steam shuffle things about and the shadows begin to move. What do you see in the shadows?
The silhouettes of tall mountains.
Anja, what are your plans? What is it you're doing concretely now?
I'm reading through an academic journal
About
about
what?
a project that happened in another country, a project that happened in a facility in Germany.
And what happened?
They were doing a similar project about the difference in measuring different physics. I can't think of the word for it. Base level stuff that affects how physics works. They were checking to try and get more accurate readings and improve the numbers or the accuracy so that they could do better calculations. And I can't think of the better technical way of doing it because being on stream just removes half my vocabulary. I don't know why that is.
It's the price
I'm
of being
glad I'm
on
not
stream.
the only one.
It's alright, it does it to me as well. Why do you think I'm asking you two all the questions? You read it's dry, boring. Their methodology though is well set out. The results seem to be agreeable. When you get to the conclusion, seems a little bit different. And her eyes drip blood while she moaned and begged for her parents. Her father stood above her and said, "Not now." And her mother began to take the skin from her legs. It's a big bit of space after that. And thank you for, then thank you, and it does thank you to blah, 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 blah after it.
This might be an indication that it's enough reading for the day.
You put it away, you look out the window. There's lots of little alleys going off of the garden. There's restaurants. Some of them have, so like the large heaters outside, and you can still sit outside in winter, they'll give you a blanket. Right across from your apartment, which is large. If you know Vienna at all, the first district is a very expensive place to live. You're talking about apartments that cost a couple of million easily. even for the smaller ones. What floor do you live on?
Third, I think. Not the top, but high enough up that you're not having sort of down with all the exhaust fumes and things.
Oh, there's no exhaust fumes there. You're in the first district. Cars.
Oh, of course, I haven't been
Of
personally,
course
but
not. That's
yeah.
all right. That's what I'm saying. You're high enough up. You see, as Hemma did before, people playing, people talking, people walking arm in arm, people getting roasted chestnuts from vendors in the street. Your eyes are drawn to one of the little alleyways that's not tiny. There's shops on either side. Hey, Sailor Lanny, how you doing? Sailor Lanny, just Lanny, that's your name. I don't need to say the sailor part, for fuck's sake. Your eyes are drawn to one of these alleys. And again, it's not small, there's shops on either side, but they're dark now, closed. And you see two children playing with something. It looks like a body. And the children look up towards you. You see a glint in their eyes, their teeth pulling back and sharp. And you hear them whisper, Anja. One savagely kicks into the body. You don't hear anything, it's too far away. But you see, it seems like obvious twitching of muscles. Whatever it is, it's probably not dead. Still looking at you expectantly.
And she's feeling the impulse to go and do something, but it's probably going to be dangerous, and they're probably not really there anyway, so it's hardly worth worrying about.
Another boot. Another whisper. Anja.
If you want me, there's better ways of getting hold of me.
Another boot, and this time you see a spray of blood splash up onto the wall. The body doesn't move anymore. Teeth and the eyes bright. One more time. Anja.
She's going to go to the kitchen and pick up a knife or some other similarly sharp object and go downstairs. Keep the knife sort of hidden under her coat and see if they're still there when I get there.
Step out into the snow. There's fewer people now. The lights, the Christmas lights are up. So massive chains of lights that drip down from the street lighting, spanning across the entire Graben. Massive, will look like Christmas ornaments in reds and whites. And across the alley, right past the little cafe, you see the two children. They're not looking towards the apartment now. They are doing something with the body.
I'll go a little bit closer so I can see.
You see something being torn. It looks like they're putting it to their face. Whatever it is. Can't hear anything. There's songs coming from different restaurants.
And she doesn't want to make a fuss enough to draw people from the restaurants or from the main street, but she does want to go down that alleyway and sort of shoo the children away. In a kind of, come on, clear off out of it. Stop being, you can't do this here.
No one else has paid them any attention. No one's going down that alley. Someone with a bike flashes by, causing you to stand, so stop for a second. And one of the children is standing when you look. And you hear them whisper again, Anja. And he beckons you to follow.
I'll follow a bit at a distance. But they can tell me where they'd like me to go, but it's still my choice to go.
This is true. Hemma, your eyes are squeezed shut. You wake up from your sleep. It's broad daylight. There is a tang of salt on the air, and you can hear gulls squawking.
I wonder. It doesn't happen often that I awake in broad daylight simply because I don't sleep that much anymore, and usually it's or often it's the case that I need to while away the hours until sunrise. But every now and then something like this does happen, and I reach into the pocket of uh, the jacket I've apparently slept in, and retrieve a little hand mirror, and look at my face in it. Um, all right, that's better. Um, I get up and look around. Did you meet yourself?
I did. The hand mirror is cracked.
Oh, crap. I need to be more careful. Oh, I must have slept on it. Ugh, I'll get another one.
You also didn't send me your character sheet.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I can see nothing. You stand up. The room you're in doesn't look like your room. The furniture is very simple. So like wooden and wicker seats. There are candles set to the wall. The windows are large and open. As I said, you can smell the salt of the sea. Through your mirror, the crack, you see yourself. You see out to the ocean. Thank you.
What kind of vibe do I get? Does this look like a good place to live? Does this, I don't know, is there squalor in the streets below? Is there sun glinting on the waves in the distance?
You look out. You're not too far away from the beach. The road below is more of a dirt track. You don't see any people. There's a beach. The sand is white, pristine. You see a crab crawling across part of it.
Gosh, my vision is much better than I remembered it being.
Everything is clear.
Yeah, I rub my eyes and enjoy the fact that no, my vision's still there. I take a tiny moment of joy from clearly seeing that little crab in the sand.
Has Hemma ever come into contact with any other people she would consider powerful, or anything she would consider inhuman or unhuman?
Well, a few. I should think really. Of course, when I first started out, I didn't always know was what and what the telltale signs were. But now that I'm sort of middle-aged, and look back on, I think, a lot of experiences that most normal people couldn't stand. I mean, I realize clearly the signs in our grandmother, who was always there when we were little, who I cannot remember a time before I knew her. So, yeah, I guess I've met a few.
You hear people talking below, downstairs, the language. What do you speak any other languages?
I mean, I've been to a good school, and my family wouldn't, embarrass themselves, I guess, by bringing up children that didn't speak at least 4 or 5.
So tell me what
I
languages
play
you
the
speak.
piano too.
Tell me which languages you speak then.
Clearly, there's Latin and English, but also uh, Italian and French. German we're raised with. And then when I traveled, I did pick up a smattering of Hindi, but really I suck at it, and it's been so long.
You hear Italian.
Well, that's nice.
And people, someone calling for family to come for dinner or breakfast, sorry. Lots of shouting going on as if people are far away, trying to get them all together. You hear your name called as well.
And that's interesting. I go towards the voice. Let's see who's there. Might be somebody I remember.
Door is thick wood. It opens without a squeak. There's a banister in front of you, all made of wood that's, you know how wood gets so near the sea, how like old wood gets the kind of feel to it. It's all like that. The floorboards are bare. You start making your way down the stairs. Anja, the children have left the body and are walking forward. Every so often glancing round to see you.
Looking down at the way past, is it an actual body or is it something else?
It's an actual body, but it looks like it's been dead for a long time. You can smell the rot coming from it. You can't recognise the face, it's too far gone. There's rats have eaten at it. There's not much left.
Best to leave it alone. It's a job for the authorities.
Is it though? How does it feel? What does the body make you think of? Make you...
I think it makes her feel mild revulsion and disgust. She doesn't really want to have to imagine that happening to a person. It's dehumanizing. It's not a person anymore. The person's long since gone. It's just a body.
But given what you know, was it a person anyway?
Could have been. They might be off doing something else somewhere else now. Somewhere very inaccessible to most people. Or they might just be dead.
Before you look away, you see the chains again. Not again, but you see the chains that fasten it to her world. For a moment, you see its full human form. The form that it carries in the illusion. In the prison you all find yourselves in, you see a line of family going back, children, a wife, parents. It all kind of flickers in your sight. And they're all weak. They're all bowed before the powers that decided to lock you all away. Then your name is whispered again.
It's really difficult to focus when you see this big long line of people behind every person. It goes back to the beginning of time.
There is no beginning of time.
Well, yeah, but previous generations of those people.
There's only the illusion. Hemma, your feet make barely a sound on the wood. It doesn't crack, it doesn't creak. Each step takes you downstairs. It feels like you're walking for at least an hour. Time pulls at you. You hear the voice speaking and it's drawn out. You can barely make out the sounds. It takes so long for each one to get to you.
Yeah, I take deep breaths and focus on the feeling that they make as I enter and exit my airways. This is a constant thorn in my side. The inability to gauge how long even the simplest things should take, and I keep losing track. And sometimes I'm, at the goal of where I was going to before I thought I even put on my shoes and left the house. Sometimes I never seem to arrive for days, and I feel like I'm wandering in the desert when I was just turning the corner to go buy bread. I I think I think this may yet be the end of me. One day I'll just get lost in a hallway like this, or just walking down the stairs. It's ridiculous, but here we are.
You reach the end. You see the woman in the kitchen.
It's inconsequential, I know. Well, it's just a kitchen, but I sigh a sigh of relief. It smells good in here.
It does. The woman turns to face you. She's 7 foot tall. She has no upper face, just black, almost like stone. Her mouth is sewn shut, at least the one at the bottom of her face is. Hemma, you'll be late. Take your seat.
Thank you, I say, and sit.
Anja, the children pause every so often. You can see they're getting more and more frustrated with you.
I'm not sure I have an intention to go. I've seen things like them before. They sit along the edges and they can't go in or come out of either side, really. They're just stuck in the middle. It's very frustrating for them, but I'm not going to get drawn into their world.
We make a right into another alley. There's a bar, again with heaters outside, people sitting, drinking, laughter. They make their way by them.
And I know what the heater is and what it's there for, but I enjoy the feeling of it anyway, and the little wobbles it makes in the air when you look at the lights through it.
Proceed through the illusion, please.
I always end up here. Oh, sorry, it took me a while to find. 16, success.
The illusion peels back, and through that heat haze, the fire, you see a little bit of inferno. You see the chains pulling each of these people going through the floor, being pulled down. You see the hooks digging into their feet and make them move. You see creatures naked and gorged, licking their lips as they lick at the juices that come down the chains, sweat, blood, other things. And the laughter you hear from the patrons, you hear even more sinister from below, as they take great pleasure in tormenting their former captors, their former tyrants. Someone begins to choke. They get pat in the back. It disappears. You see the children are now out on St. Stephen's Square, Stephensplatz, standing in front of the church. The snow is coming now in harder flurries. You don't see anyone else out in the square.
It's night and it's cold, and there's nothing she wants from out here right now, so she's going to return to the apartment.
Hemma, food is placed in front of you. There are others at the table. Some look like they could be children, some like adults. No two are the same. One of the children's face is just gone. You can see the blood and muscle and bone underneath. They chatter away happily. One that sounds like might be this one. An adult woman. Face is just a blank hole. And if you stare too long into it, you feel yourself being drawn in. How good is your Italian? Sorry.
I was going to say, I feel I'm very much in danger of this happening. Like I can only just pull myself away from her whole of her face before I just slip in, because as I study the people around the table, I'm thinking one of them I'll remember, one of them will have a clue, one of them I'll get the one missing nugget of information from that I need. Oh, but not this one. And I, tear my gaze away from that particular woman. But yeah, I'm curious, observing each and every one of them, and thinking that we've met before multiple times in multiple places. How good is my what? Sorry.
Are you Italian?
Decent. I mean, like the Latin's a solid foundation, and then of course there were all these fancy holidays in Venice when we were younger.
You hear them speak of several things about going out to go fishing, about fixing nets. Give me a read a person, please.
Nice. Yeah, that's a full failure. That's an 8. Also, this is my worst stat.
I've lost those bloody... Oh, shit. The things you said...
I reveal my own intentions to the people I'm trying to read.
I know, but
you make a move.
No, cool. No, I was wanting the new ones because I've forgotten. I've got the old ones open and I thought, oh shit, I want the new ones.
I don't think this one makes a difference.
Yeah, probably not.
But yeah, they read me like an open book. I don't think I have anything much to hide today.
The one that called you down, the mouth on her faces, as I said, sewn shut. Her head cocks at you. Her arms are bare. The veins running down them are black, and you see them pulse with an ichor. Her head, no eyes, just this blank bit of rock, cocks. And you see as she reaches one hand out, another mouth open up, and that's where the voice comes from. You shouldn't be here, Hemma. Now eat up and go home.
I'm sorry. You know, I wonder sometimes, but thank you for the breakfast. I'll be on my way.
Your sister isn't doing as she's told.
Oh no. Do I need to do anything to rein her in?
What do you think you should do?
Right. Yeah, gotcha. Not the first time, won't be the last, I'm afraid. Yeah, on my way. And I actually take the hint, grab the piece of bread that was on my plate and walk back up the stairs.
Anja, you turn to go back. The music of the nightclub thumps in your ears, the people dancing in front of you. You smell the sweat. You see pupils sometimes which are so large you could fit a teacup on them. Lots of people dancing, music shite. Lights are flashing. What were you wearing when you went downstairs?
I imagine it'd be whatever I was wearing across the whole day, so probably like smart, but I'm also working from home, so it's more comfort than aesthetics.
You feel distinctly out of place here.
They're all dressed up a bit fancier, I'd imagine.
Yeah, maybe dressed down, maybe right. There's lots of leather.
Oh,
People wearing masks. You hear a scream of pain from behind you. And laughter.
I'd probably turn to look at it and see what was happening, just in case it's. I mean, I probably know what it is, but just in case it's something different.
You see a man tied down over 4 seats, surrounded by a group of men and women, all in various states of undress. 2 of them have candles, black candles lit and dripping wax onto the body.
Well, some people like that. Might as well let them have their fun.
You hear your voice being whispered. Anja. You see the children standing beside the toilet. They motion for you.
I motion back and whisper, "If you want to talk to me, you can come over to me."
Shake their heads and motion again.
I don't have to follow children around.
Bodies all pack around you. The music changes. The lights dim. It's darker.
She moves the knife that she's hidden up her sleeve somewhere closer and safer out of the way so she doesn't accidentally stab someone in close proximity.
You start to hear moans and barks and shouts, and then the lights go out. Hemma, you reach the room again. You can smell. You're not sure what it is you smell. It's not the same as it was before. It's not salt hair. It's not something different.
Right. I'm close then. I sit myself down with my little cracked mirror and I stare at myself, then unfocus my eyes and sort of, do some kind of scrying, I guess. Losing the focus on this reality and waiting for the next to shift in.
So you want to scry? What do you want to scry?
I've been told to go look for Anja, so that's where I want to go.
Okay, give me a roll,
She's
please.
my destination, you can say. That's gonna be a soul. And that's a full success. 15.
Ooh, very nice. You see Anja. She's in a pit. She's surrounded by what look like hungry monsters. You see two somewhat angelic beings motioning to her, calling for her. And you see her being her obstinate self, not following the hooks the GM gives her at all. Just going, fuck this, I'm not doing what you tell me.
I can, I can hear our mother chiding with her. It's always been like that. She is not gonna take orders from anyone ever. She's gonna die that way, but it's not gonna. This is her. Yeah, I focus in on her and hope to arrive, maybe not quite inside the pit.
Do me a favour, please, since you used magic, roll untethered.
Fair.
I'm not trying to be fair.
Complications again. 12. Seems to be my standard roll for this one today.
And you want to travel to her? So what would that be? That would be... So what are your expertise, sorry? And you've got sky through time, sky through space. What
And
else?
this, I guess, open portals.
Open portals through time.
Oh, this isn't time though. Oh, is it? I guess it is
Well,
time. This,
it is time.
like the Italian town didn't seem horribly modern.
No. Then I would like you to give me a roll for that, please. And then also again, untethered.
I was hoping this could be one act of magic, like find the location and reach in, but we'll do this.
It could be, but
Oh,
you only gave me one
nice.
hold from before, so...
So, the reaching through time is a 19.
Ooh, fucking
So
hell.
I mean, I had a clear vision of her, you know, like that was a piece of cake. But okay, something's wrong with the dice. This is a 12 again. Sorry, just one roll for you.
No, that's fine.
I now feel tempted to like roll it 10 times to see how many 12s I'll get, or if there's any other numbers hidden in there.
I got 2 21s, and Mark thought that looked suspicious.
Ooh.
I mean, it did, but you still got away with it. I'm still suspicious. No, I'm joking. Not at all. I always trust my players. Don't know
I
if
think
they
I
should
said the
trust me,
log.
though. What does it look like when you open a portal?
It doesn't look at all, I don't think. It's very very like wormholey. I'm just there.
You're there, standing beside her. Anja, you see your sister.
Hemma, how
Anja.
did you get here?
I just shrug like, come on, I've done this before.
Oh, okay, that way. I understand. Just once, I
Don't-
thought you might have done something conventional.
You both hear the
Listen.
growls coming from around you.
Listen, you need to get out of here. You're in trouble.
Yeah, there were some kids trying to make me go with them, but I wasn't having it. I'm not going to have kids
Oh,
telling
not
me what to do.
them. Kids. I speak the biggest scare quotes you've ever heard. Come on now, let's get you home.
Okay, okay. Hemma, I will follow. Hemma, I
Music is
trust.
stopped. The people, the things around you are gathering. Words are being whispered in a language maybe you've heard of, but neither of you know. It's a dark language, an old language. You hear a name being said. Adam. And I knew you hear the children. When they whisper, it sounds so frightened. They say Anja one more time, and then you hear the children scream. A light goes off to your left, And you see a bright flame burning white, blue, and two small bodies writhing. And then they start to hit you. Roll avoid injury, please. Is that avoid injury? No. What's it called?
Endure injury?
Endure. Avoid harm.
Avoid harm.
Thank you very much.
It's a reflex. Got you.
Aye. Cheers.
18, a success.
Middling from me. 13.
Something grabs your hand, and then you feel nails dig into the flesh. The heel, and it burns a little.
I wrest my hand free.
Engage in combat, please.
Right. That's a 10.
You rest your hand free, but the nails dig in, and you feel the bone, the tendons are now exposed.
Oh.
Through your hand, so you take a wound, please.
Mm-hmm.
Anja?
Is there a reasonable chance I've noticed that Hemma's being injured right now?
Yes.
I think I would act on that with the knife I have to try and prevent that.
Engage in combat, please.
Yeah, I thought it might be. I've not done violence in a game like this before where I've had something to do violence with. Is there any modification or anything? Do we do the damage afterwards?
It would give you a bonus to damage rather than.
Got you. It's a failure anyway, so it didn't work.
How much of a failure? An 8?
It's an 8. I've got -2 in violence.
Ah, yes, that's the Auner sisters, renowned for their lack of violence.
Not violent.
As the
Didn't teach us
claws dig into you, you feel them ripping into your back, into your stomach, into your arms, and you are pulled down into darkness. Hemma, you're in bed. Your hands bleeding onto your very expensive sheets.
Oh, crap. Where's Anja? I called for her.
No, Anja.
Oh.
The phone rings.
Oh, good. Yeah, I answer it.
You answer it first. You reach with your hand that has been ripped open. And the pain, the blood goes onto your phone.
Anja, is that you?
A distorted voice. No. I decided to see to your sister for once.
Oh crap. What do you want?
You two have been on a long enough leash. It's time to bring you back down to reality. My masters no longer want you meddling with the things you meddle in. They no longer want you seeing the things that you see. You've done very, very well for yourselves. But you're getting out of place.
Give her back to me. What do you want?
I want you to give up. You've had enough, both of you. You no longer need to mess about with things that you do not understand. You both take this for granted. Do you know your sister follows someone very, very inappropriate?
The Auners have always known these things.
I don't think you know her as well as you think you do.
Well then, how about you teach us better?
I've been trying to do that for a long time, and you suddenly know the voice. He's speaking in English, not in German. American. You know him from the university. He's a dick.
Oh, Adam. How did I not see? And I say this out loud, and I guess this might amuse him.
He does laugh. You think just by getting a little bit of freedom you can regain what you lost? There is a reason we tied you all down here. There is a reason that you are not allowed the freedom you once enjoyed. You will all pay for the horrors you inflicted on the rest of us. Every single one of you. For eternity.
I know what he's talking about, and I suddenly feel very cold.
You two were getting a little bit too close. We could get let away with little things, some of you. But you took too many steps. And now we need to pull back on the chain. And some of us get to enjoy doing that. You might find your sister at church begging for forgiveness. He hangs up.
I feel drained, and the pain in my hand is, coming to the forefront again after the call had taken off all my attention. I find an exquisitely expensive towel and wrap it around. Then get myself ready to leave the house. I think honestly, I think I need to keep it together, both for the realization of having temporarily lost Anja, but also for having underestimated fucking Adam Jefferson.
Anja?
That's a 19. I guess I knew it all along, I just didn't want to know.
Anja, you wake up. You're naked. There are rents in your skin. And you ache, but there's no blood flowing. It's dark. You feel your arms stretched out to either side. Your legs are crossed, one in front of the other. And I want you to roll endure injury, please. Dead air.
I was rolling. It doesn't make a noise. You don't need to hear it. It's a 5, which is a failure.
You feel an iron spike enter through your wrist and into the wood, into your hand and into the wood behind it. You scream and you can smell the communion wine on the breath of someone as they stand above you, whispering prayers in Latin. That echoes as the hammer pounds onto it. Be still, my child, he says in German to you. Your sins will be forgiven. He moves to the other arm. You can feel the rough rope tying you to the wood. Roll your injury, please. I gave you lots of opportunities. This is going to go very differently.
That was a 6. So it was one better, and yet it's still not a good thing. I do have, amongst my abilities, to distort space and time. Might be tempted to try and reach for that.
And first of all, this iron nail goes through your hand. Again, hears a scream from you. Echoes round the cathedral. More Latin. You feel someone else's eyes on you. You hear a light clap. So you're now thinking you want to try and use distort space and time?
If that's something that can be done in these circumstances. It feels like there aren't many other options unless tries to physically move out of the situation she's in, and that's not going to happen with spikes in each hand.
Wait a minute, I need to check something very quickly.
Absolutely fine.
Okay, yeah, because we didn't do doing the ritual before correctly. So you have, you hear the shuffling of the shoes as they move down your body towards where you feel your feet tied. So you get a -1 for each of the following that you cannot fulfill. The ritual takes several hours or days to complete. You need one or more assistants to complete the ritual. You must perform the ritual in a particular location or at a particular point in time.
Then, is it?
You need a particular object to complete the ritual. So that would be a -4. What's your soul?
1. It's not going to happen easily, is it?
Easily, no. But you wouldn't really expect it to happen easily in this situation, would you?
True.
Roll endure injury, please.
It's an 11, a success with complications. Sorry, I just clicked my pen there in happiness.
You feel it slide through your left foot, your left ankle, but somehow misses the right and just nicks the skin as it sinks into the wood. You let another scream loose. You hear another laugh, voice that you recognise. Your eyes are, your vision is swimming. If you would like to try that ritual, you're more than welcome to roll. I'm not going to give you minuses for the wounds. We'll say the adrenaline takes that, but you get a -4 for the...
Better turn my modifiers back on. It's going to be really difficult. It's a failure, surprisingly. It's a 6.
It's a 6. Right, I think you can still choose the ritual does not become unstable, but you're meant to choose one of the following, and it has to have an unexpected consequence, so it either gets more powerful or weaker than anticipated, causing the magician to attract extra dimensional beings, or tearing the illusion. So you can choose from the ritual affects other dimensions. The ritual's effects last for as long as you actively uphold them. The ritual doesn't become unstable, although you're not meant to be able to choose that on a 9. Only check the expertise. You have a protection from creatures and magical energies as long as you remain within the protective circle. Or the ritual affects several beings. What is it you were trying to do? I should have asked that in the fucking first place, shouldn't I?
Trying to distort things enough that I could maneuver myself away without them realising exactly what had happened. I just wanted a couple of seconds to disentangle myself from this situation.
Okay. So what do you choose then from those options?
The ritual affects other dimensions.
Okay. What dimensions does it affect? And how does it look? You're doing this ritual with yourself with the nails through your hands and your feet.
So the sensation is like grabbing a fabric that's fraying and trying to grab hold of it and pull. and it kind of feels tight behind my eyes, a bit like a migraine starting. And there's a sort of faint ring to every sound. For a moment, it's like the colour drains out of the world for a second, then comes back again. As for which dimension, I need to look in a different book for that. Or do you want to pick one?
Oh, just however you think about it.
This is where I wish I had a paper copy of the book, because I'm doing a lot of scrolling right now.
Don't worry about that. The illusion definitely tears. The priest making his way around your body was a pathetic looking thing. You can see the divinity that he once had has been broken. There's no power left in him. He's bent over, withered. You can see that he's very, how to put it, excited by what he's doing to you as he murmurs in Latin. Behind him, you see what you know to be Adam Jefferson, but you see him as he truly is. His broad shoulders are hooked upwards. His eyes are large, stretching from where his hair would start if he had a normal-sized head down to where his lips are. They're black pools. His mouth has fangs and tusks at the same time. His skin is leathery. He wears a hat much like a what do you call the bishop's hat? I can't remember.
Mitre?
Mitre, thank you. The clothes that he's wearing, you see him superimposed over each other. He's wearing the suit that he wears usually to work. Beneath that is a cassock, what looks like made of human skin. And you know by looking at him now that he is a lictor. He's not a normal person, he's not a sleeper. He is one of your jailers. And you can tell as he's watching this priest do this to you that he enjoys his job. Hemma.
Massive irony that earlier I'd written down that he was probably head of speculative humanities.
You could have said that.
I didn't get a chance to say it out loud, but I was just like, okay, what department is he in charge of in case this comes up? And I was like, speculative humanities.
I should also say for anyone watching, I didn't give a content warning for the crucifixion or anything or things. I really should have said at the beginning that this can get violent and also can have drugs and possible mentions of sex, things like that. It's Kult. It should do. It can do. But I apologise. I should have done so. I'll make sure it's on the things for the video for YouTube. Hemma. What do you do?
Yeah, I rush out the door, and in all honesty, there is only one church I can think of that would drive the message home. So yeah, I just rush down our own street, Graben, until I reach the cathedral.
It's not far away. There's no one else about. The lights are all still on, but there's no one. The snow is now a few centimetres thick.
My blood drips into it as I run.
You see the corner of your eyes in the various alleys that you pass, in the shop fronts, different creatures, different sizes, all of them seem to be maybe egging you on. How did you two come into this? Into what you're doing? What started you both off on this road?
Sorry, how do you mean?
You're both magicians of time and space.
Oh, you so way back.
Yes.
basically. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess when we were children, we didn't know that the things that happened in our house didn't happen in all other houses. It's fairly late, I think, that it became apparent to us that we were different from other people. Um, so um, it just snuck up on us, I think. Um, Obviously, our parents were careful choosing our school and the people that we mingled with. It's not like, we were exposed to too many normal people. And if we were, they probably would have just shrugged and said, "Oh, kids these days, what kind of things that they make up." But yeah, no, I think it was sort of in our teenage years when we became aware that really something was different in our household. Um, and our parents, they weren't always the same age, if that makes sense. Our grandma was sometimes gone for years, then returned a younger woman. And um, well, there always was that room of her own at the university. I thought all people had that, but I mean, we went in and out of there when we were children, even, and played amongst the shelf of tomes. Um, the sigil dug into the wooden floor in front of them. That's where a lot of the trickier things happened that you couldn't just wrangle around a dinner table.
And what is it you're both working towards now? No, Steve Brian, I think she was born with it. Sorry, I looked at chat. I'm not meant to do that. What is it you're both working towards? And you can answer this as well, Anja. What was your
I think
plan?
it's just knowledge. I can't really say that we've ever formulated, a plan for world domination or anything like that. At least for me, that's not consequential. That's not what I want. I just want to understand what's going on here. And Anja doesn't know this, but I am hoping it will fill this emptiness I feel inside.
Anja, I need you to roll untethered for me, please.
Yeah, my rolling's been going great so far. This will be untethered. I got 12 successful complications. Do you want me to read out all the details of that?
No, that's fine. I've got it here.
You got it? Okay.
I have it. Because you use magic. I'm trying to remember to do this then when you use that. So you pull yourself off of that cross. And you feel the bits of you left behind. You pull yourself up onto your one good foot. The illusion is still torn back. The priest cowers before you. You get a glimpse in his eyes of what he sees of you. And for a second, you're almost blinded by your awesomeness. When I say awesomeness, I mean awesome in the old. Awesome. As he cowers, you hear Adam begin to clap. His fangs bite into his own lip as he smiles. The Auner sisters. It has been, I wouldn't say an honour to watch you both as you've grown, but it has been interesting. Your people should never be allowed to go so far, but when my master wishes it, I do as I'm told. It's funny saying having a master, I'm doing as I'm told, when I think of what you all did. You weren't masters. You were monsters. Each and every one of you. And you deserve all the pain that you get staying here.
We might get the pain, but we endure.
You endure.
Others have fallen by the wayside.
And it is so delicious to watch that, to watch you endure, even those that don't know anything. Like the priest there. And look at him. He's a fawning little piece of shit. Before, he could have murdered millions. He could have taken whatever pleasure he wished. Now look at him. He lashes out, and you hear the priest scream. The illusion comes back. You see Adam wearing the clothes that he would wear. You're standing somewhat unsteadily, dripping blood. And your sister walks in.
I would say this isn't what it looks like, but it probably is.
Right. What do I see? Do I see
You walk
do I
into
see
Stephen's
Jefferson
home.
there also?
You see the so you enter the cathedral. It's large. There are 6 stone pillars, 3 on either side. Quite a space. There's pews about halfway up, leading up to the altar. There are icons. There are portraits. There are statues of angels, the Stations of the Cross. But it's dark. You see Jefferson sitting on the altar. You see your sister standing bloody naked. At her feet, there's a man in a cassock covered in blood. You don't know if he's alive or dead. And a large brown cross. It's
Right.
the older sister.
Yeah, I rush towards them. I mean, he's called me. He's baited me. I've taken the bait. Here I am. But I see Anja hurt, so that's the only important thing right now. I literally just walk past Jefferson if he lets me.
No, he's up at
And
the altar, so you would need to. She's before him.
oh, wonderful. Okay, so I reach her. I check her wounds. You say the priest is fallen?
Yes, he has a large slash across his back. The mitre is rolled off his head. See the wisps of white hair.
I'm thinking of stealing his cassock to wrap Anja up in it.
I think it was made of skin.
Oh, maybe
No,
I don't
that's
want
the
it
one
then.
that Adam was
Oh,
wearing
right, sorry.
when you saw through the illusion.
I missed placed the cassock, so to speak.
Yeah, no, because it's the same word. So, no, the priest or bishop, whatever, when you saw through the illusion, he was naked and small, and broken. Here he's a rather rotund, large man.
But yeah, I'm thinking the blood loss and the cold in this empty church, it's not going to be conducive to Anja's health in the long run.
Adam drums his fingers against the altar. Look at you both. Why do you strive? Why do you rebel? What joy does it give you knowing that you are stuck here with them? And he gestures towards the priest.
I stare at him defiantly. Because we can, and you know that's reason enough.
Humanity was a plague. They were a plague. You were monsters. You deserve every little bit of pain we give you. Now, I will give you the night. And tomorrow, when the sun goes down, I'm going to either tear you both apart, or you're both going to give up everything that makes you so knowledgeable and go back into the piss and shit with the others where you belong. Okay? It's winter, the sun goes down early, so make your choice. And he jumps down from the altar and walks past with his hands in his pocket, whistling.
The gall.
I know, right? I'm honestly not sure what point he was trying to make, but he nailed it.
At this point, Anja, I think you would just be just about collapsing
Yeah.
from the pain and the blood loss.
Yeah, I'm in danger.
I think it's time
I'm
to
in danger.
call one of these very
Different game.
expensive private doctors that we know. This is this is not the kind of injury to take to a hospital. I don't think.
I mean, at least
Not an
tetanus.
official hospital.
The blood is pooling on the floor of St. Stephen's Cathedral.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you-
what's
I-
that church
White
without
checkers.
bloodstains on the floor?
You hear something hungry. Small creatures come out, start to lap at the blood, nibble at the priest. One of them goes for Anya's leg.
Shoo!
It hisses at you, but does so.
Right, come on. We're gonna have to go to a doctor. Make her lean on me so she can walk with a one good foot, and I'll ring our private doctor, and
Is it a human doctor or is it something else?
human, but sort of occulty flavored. Like just not exactly a magician, but he knows people that we know.
Does he come to you or do you go to him?
I think we need to go to him. Is there probably is taxis nearby, isn't there?
Well, there's a taxi stand not far, yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. So we just sort of hobble around the corner, catch a cab. I tip handsomely because of the bloodstains, and we go to the doctor's.
Taxi drivers in Vienna are chatty. He tries to talk to you the whole way, telling you all sorts of things about his childhood, about his wife's gout. It's
So maybe he cannot see the blood
Wait,
pooling
no,
ominously.
Probably not. Yeah, my wife had one that talked about how he was a virgin and wasn't going to lose it until he got married, and the guy was like 40. I'm like, cheers. Don't need to tell me that, but it's fine. Where is this doctor?
Not far. Gosh.
Because if it's in the first district, you're very unlikely to need a taxi or be able to get a taxi because you cannot drive all the roads there.
No, it's. I mean, again, like renting this place is not that conducive to a doctor's practice. I don't think.
It's plenty of them. I have a doctor in the first district, so I do. He's fucking expensive.
Well, in which case, maybe we don't need a taxi. Maybe we can just hobble there.
If you hobble there, you're leaving the blood in the snow. More of these creatures come out and feed on it. and you feel, Anja, as they lick at your blood, you feel the tickle going through your system as if something's, running their finger along your spine. The doctor's not far. You go down, what you call it? Fuck, what's it called? Wait, I'll tell you.
I'm kind of imagining like holding hands together to try and like put pressure on both of them at the same time.
Okay, the one fucking street that I want it to show me on there, it doesn't show me. It shows me Singerstrasse, Graben, but I can't remember the name of the big fucking shopping street. Doesn't matter, let's say Singerstrasse, so it's right by the Stephansplatz. You walk past the McDonald's, the lights are on, but it's empty. The H&M, is it an H&M? Or what used to be, at least. A sushi joint. Bella. Everywhere has the lights on. Everything empty. There's creatures following you, lapping up the blood in the snow. You get to Blutgasse.
Of course we do. That's perfect.
It's an actual street, it's right there. Just off Singerstrasse. You ring. Yes? I don't take patience at this time.
Yes, you do. It's us.
Hemma? What are you doing
That's
here
right.
at this hour?
Bleeding
Well,
mostly.
We had an accident.
Come up, come up, come up. And he buzzes you in. The hallway is quite wide. The elevator is old. As it comes down, it's wooden doors, kind of open gently. An iron gate covers them. There's a bench for you to sit down in the lift. I'll show you pictures of that, actually. It took me all day. And you go up again to the third floor. He's wearing pyjamas when you come out.
Sorry for disturbing you so late, but you see, we couldn't quite wait until the morning.
Oh my god. She needs a hospital.
No, you can do this. I know you can. It's just a flesh wound.
His face kind of blanches. What happened?
Run in with an unpleasant colleague, you could say.
Have you
I
called the
read
police?
one book on symbolism and got notions.
Oh god.
I don't
Poor dear.
think the police, is equipped to take care of this.
Come in. He takes you to, so you go into his living room, going through the living room, it's all hardwood floors. He takes you to a room to the side where he has almost a small practice set up with the white bed with the paper toweling on it, white cupboards with various instruments. Lie down, my dear, lie. And he gives you a painkiller, takes out his needle, and starts to sew shut your wounds. You will have a lot of scars, my dear. There's no way around this.
Yeah, I know. It's better than the alternative, though, right?
Yeah. Now, what happened? And why do you not want to contact the police? This is...
I fell in with the wrong people, and I'm not being funny now.
Fräulein Alma, that is not amusing.
I wasn't amused. I wasn't trying to be amusing.
The person who did this would just be a danger to the policemen. They can't be dragged into this. It's pointless.
He looks at you skeptically. I would like you to roll influence other.
Did I mention that is my worst stat?
Shade.
Either or both?
No, just Hemma, you are two.
Okay.
Not too
Yeah.
not too bad. Complications.
Right. He looks at you, plausibly. Your agenda there would be probably convince them of a plausible lie or make them do a favour for you.
Yeah. I want him to do the favor and preferably shut up about needing to involve the police.
The look in his face kind of changes. He's very. He goes tight-lipped. He mutters something about your grandmother.
And as he mentions her, I know that he's sort of thinking along the right lines now. And I say, listen, Joseph, I do not need to endanger any more people than is strictly necessary, and I don't want to draw any attention to the fact, excuse me, that that we have this enemy. So we'll just keep this quiet and do things our way. It's safer for everybody that's not us.
He nods tersely. I'll have to let her know.
Of course. That's not an issue.
He looks at Anja. Ik ben me niet zo zeker. And he closes his. So cleans his needles. There you go, Fräulein.
I put
Fräulein
out
is probably
my
quite
own hand.
insulting. People don't say Fräulein anymore. He's an older man, and it's quite condescending.
I put out my own hand and say, I'm sure you've got a fresh needle.
My God. This is. Shakes his head. I don't think a needle will help here. How are you still standing?
I shrug.
I will do what I can. And you can roll me an improvised move, just +0, and we'll see how this
Nice.
goes.
Okay. Oh, not too well. That's a 10.
Yeah, better than things. It takes him another hour with your hand.
Oh.
You can no longer use it properly.
But the wound is stabilized, I guess?
The wound is stabilised, yes. But it's not gone. And he gives you multiple admonishments to keep it clean. Otherwise you'll end up with an infection. An infection with that would be not good.
Well, I've met people who've lost limbs before, and that wasn't horrible, but of course it's nothing I, want for my immediate future, so I let him
I'd be more
bandage
worried
it well.
about the infection than the amputation, honestly. Anja, you are in pain. And you see, as you're lying there, a mirror. And in that mirror you see two small faces. Their eyes burning, their teeth sharp. And you see as they start to burn again and again. I want you to go down one in your stability, please.
Also, what's my injury status right now?
Because they're now stabilised, but I'd say you had at least 3 wounds.
Yeah, I thought so. Down 1 stability, 3 stabilised wounds. Taken.
You go home?
Should we try and steal something from the doctors before she goes?
Yeah, roll your what you got to see if you can avoid doing that.
Be
you know.
reflexes, or would it be?
I know it's the disadvantage. You just roll it.
Oh, I have to roll the actual disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we should go to the university, maybe. It's walking into the lion's den, but at the same time, I don't think you will be able to come into our library.
I got 11 success with complications. You become distracted and take -1 to ongoing rolls until you have removed yourself from the situation or succumb to your compulsion, taking any actions if it demands of you.
What do you steal?
One of the needles we just used on me to
Okay.
sew it up.
So the curved needle. You pocket it
Oh.
as he's putting everything away. Your fingers rubbing against it in your pocket. Now it is time for you young ladies to sleep. He looks at his watch. I myself must sleep. Please do not mess with this person again. Do not speak to your grandmother, maybe. She will know a way.
Thank you, Joseph. That was very helpful. We wouldn't know what we've done without you tonight.
Bitte. Now go. I need my beauty sleep.
Right, you are. And yeah, do you agree that we should maybe go to the library, or are you set on going home?
We need to make moves with. We can't just sit and let what he wants to happen.
No, we can't let that happen. That is not going to happen. If it's the last thing I do, that's not going to happen.
So what's the plan?
To the library.
I don't think. I do think that the doctor had a good point about getting in touch with Grandma. I wonder if we can.
Well, we don't have
We
to
can
do
reach
that.
her.
We can reach for her now, but it doesn't have to be tonight that we reach for her in. Also, I could probably do with like covering up with something.
True. Okay, so maybe let's swing by home and get, fresh clothes. I guess everything that we have is soaked in blood.
Yes, it is. You go out.
Yeah. This
Look-
will do in the dead of night, but yeah, we probably don't want to be seen in that later on.
The snow is falling in flurries that are thick. Can't really see through them all too well. You don't see anyone else. The blood that you left on the way here is gone. It's been cleared up.
No, not to attract any of the creatures with the smell of our clothes. And I guess it's just a couple blocks down
And if
to our
it
own
was the
home.
creatures that cleared it up.
You reach home. Outside, the pest soil is standing. And it looks at you, you feel. Adam mentioned that you were a plague. This monument to it seems to speak to you, call to you. Both of you roll see through the illusion, please.
Nice. 13 for me.
Failing to unmute for me. I also got a 13.
Nice.
Twinsies.
Yeah, when we're using different rollers as well.
You both stand looking at the pest soil. It bulges and writhes. And you see the people in it, people from the past. You see people, and they tried to escape, they tried to break their chains, they tried to wake up. And they were so close. And you see each of them one by one fall, torn down by powers that have no right to be above them, no right to exert their power on you. You see blood, you see flesh, you see light, you see dark, you see wings, you see weapons, you see power, and you see hunger from all the creatures aiming to keep you in, to keep you locked up, to put you down. Then the illusion closes again. The illusion reforms. And it's just a monument. A fairly beautiful monument, intricate, large, intimidating maybe to some. You go home.
You know, I say to Anja, I think we should take that as an encouragement. We're not the first nor the last ones to fight this. And if we fall in this struggle, we'll not be the first ones either. And some of those were very good company, I'm sure. But I don't think this game's done yet. We can win yet. And that Adam, he's not half as high and mighty as he thinks. He's just a big leather-faced bully is all.
No, I agree. Definitely. But I think we need to find a way to contact her grandmother.
We'll do that. We'll get cleaned up and we'll talk to her. And then we've got the whole library at our disposal. We've got a full day.
We can have more than that if we need to.
We can have more than that if we need to. We'll clean up and we'll rest. A little, at least. And we can do this.
I just remembered I have hold over both of you. Hold relating to time.
Would this count for a heart-to-heart to heal Anya's stability?
Yes.
Good thinking. Too many windows to move around between. Thank you.
The door to your apartment opens quietly. How did the apartment look when it was first built? So in 1890.
Height of fashion, a bit Art Nouveau as everything was in that era. Very tasteful, very expensive. I think it's a bit less flowery than it was then, you know.
No, how it looks then. Not how it looks now. How it looked then.
Yeah, there's you know, the gilded wallpapers with flowery patterns, wooden floors, bell pull for the servant.
Too early for a dado reel? Feels like that might be possible.
Perhaps. No idea when dado reels were introduced, but quite probably. All of the moulding on the ceiling surrounding the gasolier. You hear people talking in the sitting room. Laughs, you can smell thick smoke of cigars. As you enter, you both feel very short.
Time to meet Grandma, maybe, after all. Sometimes we don't even have to call her. She knows.
You step, you feel bigger. The old wooden floors, dark, dark wood. When you look closely, you see things etched into it. Symbols that seem to slide off of your eyes. Make your brain tickle a little bit. You take another step and your legs feel brittle. The voices stop in the living room, drawing room, whatever. The door squeaks open. You take a breath and you feel yourself again, and you see your grandmother. You know it's her. She looks about 21. Look at the state of you two. What have you been up to?
I stare at my feet sheepishly. For the first time in the day, all my reassurance of being a rich and powerful person is completely stripped from me.
Her gown
My
is
mum,
quite large, thick, thick fabric. She's wearing very subtle jewellery. Her hair's tied up. So when are you from?
when are we from?
Yes.
Yeah, later, about 100 years, 130 years.
Interesting. Is the Kaiser still around?
Afraid not. Made a sticky end.
Never had much time for Kaisers. Now, what are you two doing here?
We ran afoul of someone and he's threatening us. I hold out my bandaged hand.
That looks nasty. Now, who would threaten to angels such as yourselves?
Right? That person has no taste, no nerve. All vengeance and cockiness.
She reaches out a hand to each of you and cups your chins, and you see her eyes roll black. And a look of disgust cross her face.
My feelings exactly.
A lictor. Surely you both have enough power to deal with such as that. Or did you not study as well as you should have? I know your father didn't.
He caught us unawares. We weren't ready, and now we're hurt.
She tisks at that, unawares. When I'm older, I don't teach you well enough, it seems.
You taught us quite well. I mean, we're damaged. We're not broken.
So you take after your mother then? Or will? That's the only good thing my son ever did, marrying that woman. And, of course, siring you two. Well, what do you need from me? Permission?
That would help, but actually advice might not go amiss.
Anja, she stares at you. I think you have someone you could ask for help, do you not?
But if you know, I don't have to ask them.
I am back here 130 years before your problems. What exactly is it you want me to do?
Do you know how to counteract a lictor?
Kill them. Tear them apart. Take every little bit of them and put them into different times and different places. She cocks her head at you. Oh shit. And that's where we'll leave it. because
What
I just
an ending.
remembered about the dimensions. Dun, dun, dun.
That was good.
Yeah.
That's a
was really
beautiful cliffhanger too.
Mm.
Well, thank you very much. We've been playing Kult Divinity Lost, something that we just made up on the spot. So if it was shit, that'll be why. If it was good, it's yeah, of course, always. Anyway, yeah, a wasp flying around my cake is very good. Yeah, next week we'll be back to Cult, but with the Atrocity exhibition, with everyone else back and carrying on with that story, and we're going to finish this one in 2 weeks. We have the podcast coming out again on Wednesday. This time it'll be Stephen of Huckleberry fame taking the wheel. What else? When is Fallout get released on YouTube?
Fallout will go on YouTube tomorrow night at 9 o'clock UK time.
Excellent.
And the next game on the channel will be probably Vampire. I think it's happening on Friday, but I need to double check because one of my players has had a death in their family, so they need to be waylaid elsewhere.
That's not so good. Well,
It's not ideal, but we have to work around these things. Scheduling is the worst.
to them. Yeah, scheduling absolutely fucking sucks. But yeah, so if you do have anything else to plug or say whatever, please do so. And then we will, if they're started, we will raid Little Gaggers. Yeti, how was your evening?
I had a wonderful time. Thank you so much. And I don't think I can add anything.
Thank you for playing. Lavaita, how about you?
I had a lovely time. I have nothing else to promote at the moment apart from what we talked about. Apart from if you like transcripts with podcasts, then all the subtitles for them are up on YouTube, and they're as accurate as I can get them right now. But I'm fixing them as we go.
They're really
And
fucking
I'm
good.
also trying to fill time because I've noticed that Lollygaggers aren't quite running yet.
But damn it,
They're in their own
Lollygaggers, how
chat.
dare you
They're
in
in,
the
they're in their own
lollygagging.
chat, so I think they're going to be soon, but they're not on just yet.
They
I can
are
start the raid though.
lollygagging. Griffin, if you're still here, thank you very much. Yeah, so start the raid. If you're with us, stay with us. The Lollygaggers, they're playing Call of Cthulhu, and Jeff is my favourite GM, so yeah. Let's do that. I'm going to wave or something. As Lavaita does this, we'll put you on the ending thing because then I don't need to look.